Okay, for the first problem, the radius is always going to be half the diameter. So I'm going to take the diameter divided by 2. So 14 divided by 2 gives me 7 inches. Number 2, if the radius, right, is 25 inches, what is the diameter? Well, to find the diameter, we always double the radius. So 2 times 25 would give you 50 inches. Okay, now to find the center of the circle, the first thing we're going to do is draw two chords, okay? And then I'm going to find the perpendicular bisector. So I'm actually going to just draw this line down here. If I look, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's the midpoint, that's perpendicular. So I'll draw another chord in, right? And I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. So I'll go in the middle and I'll draw a perpendicular bisector. And if I look, the center of that circle will be at the ordered pair 7, comma 4. Okay, now the next one, find the area and circumference of the circle. Give both exact and approximate. Now here the radius is given, so the circumference, I'm going to do 2 times pi times the radius. So 2 times pi times 7, the exact would be 14 pi. Then the approximate would be 43.98, right? Which would be more like 44. I'll take both. Okay, and remember that's feet. The area is pi times the radius squared, right? So pi times 7 squared would give you 49 pi is the exact answer. And 49 times pi will give you 153, will be approximately 153.9 feet squared. Okay, that would be your approximate. Now, letter B. If I go to find letter B, okay, the circumference of this would be diameter times pi. So if the diameter is 16, 16 times pi would be the exact. And the approximate 16 pi would give you 50.3, and that would be miles right there. Okay, so that's your approximate. Now the area, first thing we have to do is take the diameter of 16 and use it to find the radius. So 16 divided by 2 would give me 8. So if the radius is 8, the area is pi times 8 squared, which would give me 64 pi. And the approximate then would be 201.1, and that would be miles squared. Okay, now the next one, the diameter is given to you. So we're to find the circumference, we're going to do diameter times pi, so 13.8 pi, which ends up being approximately 13.8 times pi. 13.8 pi would be 43.35, so 43.4 miles. The area, the first thing we have to do is take the diameter and use it to find the radius. So we divide that by 2. 13.8 divided by 2 gives you 6.9. So the area would be pi times 6.9 squared, and that would give you 47.61 pi, which ends up being approximately 149.6 miles squared. Okay. Now down here, find the area of a circle whose circumference is 42 pi. So remember, circumference is diameter times pi. So if diameter times pi is equal to 42 pi, that basically tells me my diameter is 42. Well, to find the area of a circle, I need the radius. So I'm going to do 42 divided by 2, which is 21. So now the area of the circle would be pi times 21 squared. And right away, 21 squared would give you 441. So the area of this circle would be 441 pi. That obviously is the exact answer. You should know how to find the approximate answer from there. So the next one, find the circumference of a circle whose area is 121 pi. Well, remember, area is pi r squared. So if that area equals 121 pi, when I divide by pi, I get radius squared equals 121. I take the square root of both sides. The square root of 121 is 11. So now the circumference, I'm going to use 2 times pi times the radius. So 2 times pi times 11 would give you 22 pi. And that would be the circumference. Now, the next one. Find the area of a circle whose circumference is 106.81. Oh, that should be just inches. Okay, so right away, if diameter times pi is equal to 106.81, that tells me the diameter if I divide by pi. So 106.81 divided by pi is going to give me 33.998, which means we're just going to make this, the diameter is 34. If the diameter is 34, the radius is going to be 34 divided by 2, which is 17. Now to find the area, I'm going to do pi times 17 squared. And 17 squared would give me 289. So it would be 289 pi. And there you go. Now, given AC is 7.5, so this is 7.5, and angle C is 26.5 degrees. Well, how do we find the circumference and area then? Well, right away, the first thing we have to do is find the length of this radius. So if I look, that's the side opposite, that's the hypotenuse. So the sine of 26.5 degrees is equal to, the radius is the opposite, 7.5 is the hypotenuse. So the radius is 7.5 times the sine of 26.5 degrees. Right away, when I multiply that out, you get the radius is about 3.35 units long. So once I have this is 3.35, now to find the circumference, that's 2 times pi times the radius, 2 times pi times 2.35, 3.35, will give you 21.05 units long. That would be your circumference, right? In terms of pi, I guess I should put that 2 times 3.35, it would be 6.7 pi, which translates to 21.05. Now the area would be pi times 3.35 squared. That would give you 11.22 pi, which is approximately 35.3. So this is your exact, this is your approximate. Okay. And the last one. Given ED, right, is 5.1, right? And the measure of angle ECD is 37.9. Find the area. What we're going to do is use trig to find the diameter here. So again, opposite over hypotenuse, we're going to say the sine of 37.9 degrees is equal to 5.1 over the diameter CD. So remember, when what we're looking for is in a denominator, we divide. So it's going to be 5.1 divided by the sine of 37.9. So 5.1 divided by the sine of 37.9 going to give you 8.3. So now to find the circumference, if that's my diameter, diameter times pi, right, is going to give me 8.3 times pi would be the exact, which is equal to 26.1. And that would be inches. Okay, now the area would be pi times. Now I have to find the radius by doing 8.3 divided by 2. It's going to give you 4.15. So pi times 4.15 squared, right, would give you 17.2225 pi. So the area, that would be the exact. If I take that and multiply it by pi, I would get 54.1 inches squared. Okay, hopefully this helps.